Again, this is something I know you wrote about, and take us through it. How do you think the Browns choosing Nick Harris as the starting center over J.C. Tretter, how does it impact the offensive line?
I'm really curious to see how it impacts the line overall, but I think that the Browns have kind of been set up for Nick Harris, a guy they drafted to take over that spot. And, it's ironic because, the Browns, of course, got J.C. Tretter from the Packers back in the day. And the Packers kind of have this model, right? Like they draft somebody, they groom them, and that person then takes over. So I think the Browns are kind of counting on that. We've seen Nick Harris take those first team reps. I think he's really set up to succeed, considering he has two of the best pulling guards playing alongside of him in Wyatt Teller and Joel Bitonio, two of the best guards in the league, period. He has a guy who is widely regarded across the league as one of the best offensive line coaches in Bill Callahan. So I think if Bill Callahan and Kevin Stefanski are seeing something in Nick Harris that made them think he's ready to handle this, you're kind of inclined to believe them, even with that smaller sample size. But even though it's a small sample size number-wise that we've seen from Nick Harris, the one thing I will add is that in that Packers game, the thing that I think is very promising for him is how mobile he was. Like, he's not the biggest guy, but he does have that mobility. And with how much pulling the Browns do, with how much they run the ball, I think that's going to be super important. And it's why they've kind of looked to him to step up into this role.
Yeah, and I think the comfort level that they had with him is because he was taking the number one reps when J.C. Tretter wasn't practicing for the last couple. Remember,
Exactly.
So they know what they have.